Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by the Game Bunker. More on that later. Alright, so we got a bunch of brand new releases, tons of official prices here from Games Workshop. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So first we have the Battletome Soulblight Gravelords. So USD $60 or $70 Canadian, and this will come with not only the physical copy but also the digital code for the Warhammer app. No surprises here, right in line with what we would expect. And next we have Prince Vhordrai, Lord of the Crimson Keep. So amazing new model right here. You do have the dual build option as well. And this one is coming in at $195 USD or $230 Canadian. And the optional assembly for this dual build kit is the Revenant Draconith. So very cool kit right here, super awesome. I wouldn't say that I'm surprised by the prices on this one. Obviously a massive jump over the previous Zombie Dragon, but that is an older kit. This one is much more detailed, much more higher quality, and the price on this is much more in line with some of the more recent kits like the Mega Gargants. So definitely a big price jump over the previous Zombie Dragon, but for a new kit, high quality, I can't say that I'm surprised by this price tag. Alright, and then next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Blades of the Hollow King. So we have the new Kato Ezekiel model with a couple of his bodyguards, $65 for this kit or $80 Canadian. So Kato Ezekiel on his own is like 45 bucks. So you're basically paying like 10 bucks a piece for the other models. I'm not a big fan of this Kato sculpt. It's not bad, but I prefer the older one. But the price tag on these like 3 character kits, definitely getting extremely inflated. So cool models, cool kits, but definitely 65 bucks for this, a little on the pricey side, or $80 Canadian. And next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Vampire Lord on Nightmare Steed. So really cool kit right here, mounted hero, $58 USD or $67.50 Canadian. We got a couple of different build options. I do really like the base with the skeletons crawling out of the ground. We've got some different head options, some weapon options, and the horse is absolutely amazing. So really nice kit right here, no big surprises on the prices. And next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Barrow Knights. So previously available in the Soulblight box set, $62.50 USD or $75 Canadian. Right in line with what we see for a typical cavalry kit. And next we have the new Barrow Guard, again available in the Soulblight Gravelords Army Box Launch Kit, $60 USD or $70 Canadian. Again, right in line with what you would expect for these. And next we have the Deathrattle Skeletons. So definitely happy to see that these are still coming in packs of 20. Very slightly updated kit, supposed to be a little bit easier to build. You're also going to get some tombstones included, but otherwise pretty much the same as the previous Deathrattle Skeletons. $62.50 for 20 of these or $75 Canadian. And next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Manifestations. So pretty cool new kit right here. Definitely happy to see these manifestations coming out. $58 USD or $67.50, right in line with some of the other manifestations we see offered from Games Workshop. Definitely a nice unique kit and essential for gameplay. And next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Cursed Sepulchre. So these things are super cool, definitely like the look and style of these. I'm not sure what the scale is going to be on these, but assuming they are similar in size to like the Corpse Rack Mausoleum that used to be offered, these are coming in at $80 USD or $100 Canadian. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised as this is around the same price as like the Stormcast or some of the other like faction terrain, but it definitely feels like a little bit weak for $80 USD. Basically like 2.5 buildings. They are super cool. I definitely like the look and style of these, but definitely feels pricey at $80. And then the alternative build option is the Nexus of Grief. So this is going to be for your Night Haunt. And again, it's not like you're getting a bunch of extra like bits and bobs to go along with it and you're paying for like a bunch of extra stuff. It's basically just the same buildings, just slightly different. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, Game Bunker. Game Bunker carries a full range of Games Workshop products, including miniatures, terrain, paint, tools, and more. Game Bunker offers 15% off MSRP for most Games Workshop products with the discount code WHMS. Receive free shipping in the continental United States on orders over $145. Online orders ship out within 24 hours. Game Bunker is a veteran-owned business. Use affiliate link below, enter discount code WHMS to save 15% on most items at checkout. For fast, friendly service with a discount on your favorite tabletop wargaming purchases, visit GameBunker.net and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. And then we have the Spearhead Bloodcrave Hunt. So very little has changed from this Spearhead. You're still going to get basically all the same models. The only difference here is that the skeletons are the new version of the skeletons instead of the old version. So you're going to get like 4 tombstones and a slightly remastered kit, but basically the same Spearhead if you already have this one. And no surprise here, $145 USD or $175 Canadian, right in line with almost all the other Spearheads. And next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Dice. So we see the Soulblight faction symbol on the 6 face, and then we have red pips on black dice. Overall, nice looking dice right here, nothing crazy, $33.50 USD or $38 Canadian, but obviously the dice boycott continues. Alright, and then moving over to Warhammer the Underworlds, we have a brand new warband, the Knives of Crone. So this again, a plastic box set, $44 USD or $55 Canadian, right in line with the other Warhammer Underworlds box sets. Only 4 models in this set, so I'm assuming they're going to be pretty strong in game terms to make up for their lack of numbers. But overall cool models, and definitely in line with what we see for Warhammer Underworlds. And then we have the Realmstone Raiders Rivals deck for Warhammer Underworlds. This is the card deck. It's $30 USD or $35 Canadian. And then we have White Dwarf number 512, $11 USD or $14 Canadian. And this one is going to have a new combat patrol for the Death Guard and focusing in mainly on the Death Guard. And then we got a couple of books coming from Black Library. So first we have Usharan, Mortarch of Delusion in hardback. This one's $21 or $25 Canadian. Then we have The Dead Kingdom in paperback, $17.99 USD or $21.99 Canadian. Then we have Talia Vhordrai, Lioness of the Parch in paperback, $17.99 USD or $21.99 Canadian. And then we have Dark Oath in paperback, $17.99 USD or $21.99 Canadian. We also have a couple of items coming direct only. If you're after the Grotsnik to Mad Doc limited edition, I would definitely be ready on that one, as these orc books have beautiful art and sell out very quickly. This one will be available online only. It'll go live at 1 p.m. EST with all the rest of these pre-orders. Definitely an awesome style of art on this. Huge fan of these orc novels. So definitely a bunch of super cool kits coming out here for the Soulblight Gravelords. Some nice stuff coming for Warhammer Underworlds. Lots of exciting stuff this week. I gotta say the highlight for me is Prince Vhordrai, Lord of the Crimson Keep. Also love the Draconith build. Definitely a big jump up in price over the previous Zombie Dragon kit, but again, keep in mind that kit's like over 20 years old and not nearly as detailed or quality as this one. I'm surprised that it stayed as cheap as it was for as long as it was, but seeing it basically double with the new kit, definitely a little bit of a price shock. But I do think this is one of the best Games Workshop models ever released. Probably in the running for the 2025 model of the year so far, being rivaled only by some stuff like Fulgrim. So let me know what you think of this week's pre-orders, what you're going to be picking up, what do you think of the prices. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to the Game Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products with code WHMS at checkout. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.